Hi guys, my name is Linn and this is the Darbin Orvar channel, and today I'm going to share some of my favorite shop tips along with Christiana from Get Hands Dirty and Laura Kampf. So their tips will be a little bit later in the video, but first I'm going to share some cool features about some common measuring tools which you may or may not be aware of, but that are really good to kind of keep in mind when you're doing woodworking or carpentry. So we're all familiar with the measuring tape, and of course it has a hook on here. Now you may have realized that it has this little wiggle on here, and it's actually supposed to be that way. That is to compensate for outside and inside measurement. So when you're pushing inside, it compensates and you get the correct measurement each time. Now the framing square has a couple of cool features built in. It's 16 inches long here, 24 here, 1.5 inches wide here, the same width as a 2x4 or a stud, and 2 inches here. So these are great measurements to keep in mind. Now if you're trying to find where the studs on your walls are, and you know where one stud is, then you can just put this part right here in the middle of that stud, and then you can just mark out the distance here, and that will be the middle of your next stud, and your next stud, and your next stud. Now the combination square also has a lot of really cool features built in. First of all, it's like a ruler. It has 90 degrees right here and 45 degrees right in here. It also has a built-in level, and you can also slide this as well as take it off completely to have a separate ruler. This also has like a little scratch right here that's sitting right in here. That's just good to know when you need to scratch a piece of wood or something. I tend to forget about this, but every now and then I remember, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's really useful, just to keep that in mind. Next up we have the speed square, which is great for marking things, and I like that of course it hooks into things. And it also has these little indentions right here, which are great if you're looking to make parallel lines, because your pencil kind of hook into them, and they have a 1/4 inch distance in between. So you can very easily make accurate parallel lines. Another thing that's great about this one is if you're looking to make an angle, you hook this in, you do your line, and then you look at this common measurement right here. So if you're looking to do a 4:12 angle, for example, you look at the 4 right here, you hold down on the little pivot mark, and you pivot it, hold it in place until it reaches 4 here. And that means you now have a 4:12 angle here. So those were some cool features about regular measuring tools. But now let's see what Chris and Laura has to share.
Hey guys, it's Chris from Get Hands Dirty, and I'm going to share with you a way to solve a problem related with drawers and slides. So let's say you made a cabinet and now your drawer doesn't fit inside the space of the cabinet plus the slides on the sides. So what I'm going to do is create sort of a rabbet, a really shallow rabbet with the width of the slides, and this way I will have that little bit of material removed only in the part that is needed. It's nice to have a visual reference, so I mark the width of the slide and clamp a straight edge a few millimeters away from the line. I don't have a rabbet plane that would work better in this situation. You could also use a router or a small block plane or a chisel. It's important that you develop strategies to get the work done even when you don't have that particular tool that would probably make your job easier. Of course, this is plywood and the middle plies don't look good, so I'll probably just paint the rabbet and turn it into a design detail. So stay creative and accept mistakes to be part of the process. Sometimes the final object ends up having a stronger character due to problem solving along the way. Mistakes expand your learning curve, and if you do a great job solving the problem, no one will ever know that this nice detail once was a problem. There you go. Nice and crisp line. I don't think a router could do better.
Hi, I'm Laura. Welcome to my shop. When working with spray paint, you sometimes want areas not painted, so you need to mask them off. Here's a quick tip to have a super clean edge. Let's say you want all of this painted, but the top should be clean. Just roughly mask this off. And then just take a piece of fine sandpaper, in this case this is 240. And then just carefully rub it over the edge. And you can now just pull off the masking tape and you have a very, very clean edge. To get a nice and even finish, I like to change the caps that the bottles come with for a fat cap. The fat cap level 5 is definitely my favorite. And always remember to turn the bottle upside down and spray all the paint out of the cap when you're done. Otherwise your cap will clog. Thanks for watching. I hope you found some of my tips useful. See you Sundays. Bye.
Those were really great. Now guys, don't forget to check out Chris and Laura's videos. I have those listed in the description below, and in their videos we all share some more tips as well. So go and check that out. Now don't forget to subscribe to my channel if this is your first time here, so you don't miss any of my upcoming project videos. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!